dessert's one of those things where you can't really just decide to be healthy with. It's something that, you know, might as well go for it if you're gonna go for it. So today, I'm working with Kinder Bueno. Everyone loves Kinder Bueno. I'm just gonna stuff it into a nice muffin. Then I'm gonna dip that muffin into butter, and then I'm gonna roll that muffin with butter, with cinnamon and sugar. It's just gonna be a fantastic mouth orgy, if I can say that. With desserts, what's very important is you need to have a recipe. You can't just like freehand it. So that's why each time I do a dessert, I write it down. So if I'm reading, I'm not cheating, I'm actually reading, and I'm telling you that now. So we're gonna start with 1/3 cup of soft butter, all right? I'm gonna do everything by hand. So even if you don't have a machine, it's not gonna scare you or intimidate you. You don't need to have a machine. You just need a spatula, and we don't wanna overbeat it anyways. To that, I'm gonna add a 1/2 cup of sugar, all right? All this is gonna be written down, so if you can't follow right now, it's cool. 1 egg, just in there, nice and clean. Then we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. You can use fresh vanilla too if you want. I'm just gonna use the artificial stuff. So 1 teaspoon of that, okay? Clear or dark doesn't really make a difference. Then I put 1 1/2 cup of flour, 1 cup of milk. Okay, now you can just give it a nice toss already, so make sure everything's nice and incorporated. And then we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients. All right, once that's mixed, we're gonna put about 1 1/2 teaspoon, that's a teaspoon, yeah, that's a teaspoon, of baking powder right in there. Make sure you heap it, because you don't want to put too much there. It's 1 teaspoon, that's a 1/2. We're gonna mix that with 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and the same amount, a little bit less, maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. Mix it in, and then we're just gonna add a little bit of salt. See, you don't want your batter to be too soft, something like that just clumps up is perfect. So I'm even doing it with a spoon, so it's that easy. Then we're gonna take some ramekins or some muffin molds or whatever you wanna call them, and we're just gonna take some butter with a little bit of tissue here. Put some butter there, and then I'm just gonna basically butter them on all sides just to make sure that nothing really sticks together, so that when it comes out nice and clean. So I'm gonna start out with 6 molds, see if that's enough. All right, start with 1 tablespoon per mold. Yeah, that should be good. It'll naturally, thanks to gravity, fall down a little, so you don't really have to flatten it out. These are probably the craziest and fastest muffins you'll ever do in your life. Once the first piece of the muffin's there, just gonna turn it around into the ramekin a little, just to make space for our stuffing. All right, so this is basically your base. And then how you get something inside is you plop it on, and then we're gonna cover it one more time. So I've got my Kinder Bueno here. Given the size, I'm gonna put 1 piece per muffin. Just lightly press it inside. And it'll have that nice crunchy and soft, like, I don't know if it's white chocolate in there, but it's just really decadent. So I'm gonna put that there. 1 for me. I know everyone's jealous right now. And I'm gonna put it on top just to cap it off, basically. So what'll happen, it'll just really just melt inside, and it'll just be like a burst of flavor. If it's not full, don't worry about it. Anyways, it's gonna rise a little. So we're gonna put this in a really hot oven, about 425 Fahrenheit, for about 5 minutes. Once you're there, after 5 minutes, we're just gonna lower it down to about 350. And at 350, we're gonna leave it from 13 to 17 minutes. Really depends on your oven and your thickness of your batter. Just check for the doneness, put a toothpick in it, see if it comes out clean, and we should be good to go. So top rack for about 5 minutes at 425, and then we'll reduce it to about 350. So after about 15 minutes, you'll see that the muffins rose a little bit, which is perfect, and it's exactly what we want. Now we're just gonna dip it in some cinnamon and some sugar. So once our muffins are done, we're just gonna take them out. You see how they come out nicely because we just really nicely buttered all the ramekins. And then, simply enough, take them, dip them in some clarified butter. And then here I have 1/4 cup of sugar with a little bit of cinnamon, and I'm gonna dip that in there as well. See these beautiful cinnamon sugar muffins. And these will seriously be little bites of heaven. Once you bite into there and you get into that soft Kinder Bueno and that white chocolate release with just a nice hint of cinnamon bark, fantastic. It's a really simple, quick muffin dish. So stuffed with Kinder Bueno and then coated with cinnamon sugar. So we're just gonna cut into this. You'll see it won't pour out or anything. It'll just stay nice together. But it has that nice crunch. And you see the inside is just nicely imparted. Put that in my mouth. So good. It has everything a muffin needs basically. It tastes like breakfast in my mouth with Kinder Bueno.
You're Nigella.
Oh, that's so good.
You'll be Nigel. You'll be Nigel, yeah.
You be Nigel. Okay, rolling.
Okay, go.